Where is the Mig Switch? I have my brand new OLED Switch. I have all of my games, but I'm still missing the Mig Switch. So where is it? Hello and welcome back to Gears and Tech. As you can see, frustration is starting to mount not only for me, but for a lot of you out there who have been waiting for months for their pre-order of the Mig Switch to arrive. Now, I am not special. I'm just like you guys. I'm just a guy who sees technology and I like to test it and try it out. And when details surfaced that the Mig Switch was a real product and was actually coming to market, and pop-up shops started coming all over the place saying, we have the Mig Switch and you can buy it. Well, obviously I said, take my money. Now I did that to two particular retailers and I went and I said, I want to buy yours and I want to buy yours, because I don't know, normally when a new product comes out, I try to pre-order from a few different places just to take my chances that one of them actually shows up. I was prepared to take the risk and spend my own money for the purpose of helping out the community to figure out who can you trust and who can't you trust. Now, since then, I've made a few videos saying, this is the Mig Switch, this is what the Mig Switch does, and I'm ready for it. And this video is no different. You already know what the Mig Switch is. If you don't know, I'll put a link in the description, or I'll put clicky notices somewhere on this video so that you can see all of the details that I provided already about the Mig Switch. So now that you know what it is, we all want to know, where the heck is it? Now, since I've been making these videos, I've actually had a couple other retailers of the Mig Switch come forward and say, Anton, I've got some details for you, or you said this, but that's not true, or you said this and that is true, and whatever. So I do have a little bit more information than maybe what most people do. Now, some of the information I am not allowed to share just because it's not really information that I should have in the first place. So it's not my story to tell, and it's not right for me to tell someone else's story on this channel. In the future, we'll see if they're interested in coming on this channel. Maybe we'll do a live chat and just talk about what exactly we do know. But for now, my sources want to remain anonymous, and I will share my own personal experience. Now, in a future video, I actually have secured a Mig Switch that will be donated to this channel for a giveaway, and I will share details about that giveaway. How do you win products on this channel? It's really simple. You subscribe to the channel and comment. When it's time to do a giveaway, I just look at who's made comments recently on the channel and who is a subscriber, and then I randomly select one of them and say, you have won, in this case, a Mig Switch, or you have won something else. Now, I will speak to some of you guys who think that all you have to do is send me a message on social media saying, please can I have this, please can I have that. I can't give stuff to everybody and I can't help everybody. I would love to, but I can't. The best way for me to help you is to be a subscriber and to comment, and then you might get picked for one of our random giveaways. But don't just spam my comments saying, please give me this, please give me this, please give me this. I'm probably not gonna pick you. Even if I randomly did select you, I'd probably unselect you because that's just not the way that this channel operates, okay? Just so that we're clear here. Now, we've deviated a bit from what the subject is, and that is, where is the Mig Switch? Starting back in late 2023, a video surfaced on Twitter which showed a curious device going in and out of a Nintendo Switch, and you could clearly see the game changing every time the device got popped back into the Switch. This was the world's first exposure to what is now known as the Mig Switch. Now, shortly after, the world became aware that the title was Mig Switch, and if you look on the Mig Switch website, they say that the initial development units were released for beta testing around the middle of November 2023 into the hands of some testers just to see how it works. The video that we've all seen online is actually one of those testers testing out the functionality of the Mig Switch device. About that same time, in the end of November, the Mig Switch team announced, we're ready for the world to be introduced to the Mig Switch, and therefore we have some of these units that we want to send to reviewers, such as you, such as me actually, to test them out and share this with the world. Now we know that some such viewers have received samples of a Mig Switch in late January. Two of the more well-known ones would be Alien Retro Gaming and Taki Udon. They have some videos showing the Mig Switch actually in their hands. And this made a lot of people really excited to the point that they said, this is definitely a real product. And so I feel more comfortable purchasing or pre-ordering one with some of these suppliers. Now, I actually had my pre-order in before those videos came out because again, I was willing to take the chance for you guys. I even bought this, which is a brand new Switch OLED, which is set aside specifically for testing the Mig Switch. I have not even opened this yet because the Mig Switch isn't here yet. But when it does come, we're gonna test it out on this and just see if I can use it without getting banned and without running any risk of getting banned by backing up my games that I legally own. Things started happening really fast for the Mig Switch team, and again in late December, they started accepting pre-orders for retailers who wanted to resell Mig Switch units. Now, this led to a lot of pop-up shops. And the reason for that, I'm going to be very clear here. The reason for the pop-up shops is Nintendo typically goes after people pretty hard when they are selling devices that could be used for piracy. Now, the Mig Switch team says this is a legit product with very real and legit functional purposes, and it is not built for piracy. But typically, Nintendo does not care. Now, I have chatted with some of the retailers and they say they're not too worried about Nintendo. Others say they are very worried about Nintendo coming after them. There will be more about this later on in this video because there's an exciting new detail that has come up that I really think you guys need to be aware about. Early on in January 2024, the first review samples were allegedly shipped. Videos did not start to surface until much later in January, but according to the Mig Switch team, on January 4th, 2024 was when the sample units were starting to be sent to YouTubers and reviewers. This was a very small handful of samples. In a surprise move in the middle of January, the Mig Switch team announced that the dumper was actually not ready yet. You see, the Mig Switch was supposed to come as a Mig Switch and dumper in one, all for under $100 US. That seemed remarkably cheap. And when I purchased mine, I was told this would absolutely be the Mig Switch and the dumper. I'm not so interested in the Mig Switch itself, but I'm very curious about that dumper and how that thing works. And I wanted to share it with you guys. But in the middle of January, the Mig Switch team said the dumper was never included. And it's actually not even ready yet. That's going to be ready at a later date. If you want to copy your legit games that you own, all you need is a hacked Switch and just make the backups on that, which kind of defeats the purpose of needing the device in the first place. Because if I have a Switch OLED, it's not hacked, and I can't get these games onto the Mig Switch to run on my patched Switch, which does not allow hacks. So it creates a problem that I'm sure Nintendo is quite aware of at this point. Soon after reviewers started to actually get these units in their hand and test them out, they did actually ask for some increased functionality, and the Mig Switch team obliged by providing an update. Now the update is locked up, so we can't really see what exactly is inside that update without reverse engineering the contents of the update, which I'm sure there are teams already working on that. Obviously, I'm not on that team, and obviously I'm not even sure who those teams are, but definitely when an interesting product comes out, the update is where the first clues to the keys usually get unlocked. So there's going to be some side information coming in future videos. Obviously this video we can't talk about it because there's not a lot that's known about that, but it does speak to their ability to actually update and to improve on the product, and the fact that they are looking to support this in a very real way. Then in early February, they released the Mig Switch Dump tool. Now this is an app that, again, you have to run on a hacked Switch, but it allows you to more easily extract the files that you need, because prior to this, the dumpers did not care about the extra files that were required to actually make the games run. There are some extra files needed, so they released some updated apps that allow you to get all the files that you need properly and easily. I will explore those myself, but YouTube is very sensitive about showing copyright materials or circumventing copyright. And so I'm not really going to be sharing details of that dumper on this channel because I just don't want to risk it. It's not worth it. So we will look at other avenues to share some of the more questionable content, but the fact that it exists is all you need to know. And that brings us to the most latest update, which is that another update is available. This is at the end of February. The design for the dumper is final, according to the MigSwitch team. And they say that this little team is working as hard as possible to get the MigSwitch into the hands of customers like myself, like yourself. And that is the long way to get to the question that I asked in the beginning of the video, which is, where is the MigSwitch? Now, a few things have happened during this timeline that we haven't covered yet, and that's because the exact sequence of events is not totally clear. But here's some things that I can tell you guys that is happening behind the scenes. Currently, very few of the resellers have MigSwitches in their hands. They just don't have them. They are asking the same question that we're asking: where's the MigSwitch? Now, the MigSwitch team have said we are releasing them to the retailers in the order that we deem necessary. So some of these guys are totally in the dark. They have no idea where their order is. Some of them have allegedly received their order. However, I'm really skeptical about that. There have been some pictures online on Reddit of guys saying, here, I've received a shipment of MigSwitches, but they don't seem to be making their way out into the market. I'm not seeing new reviewers showing up on YouTube. I certainly don't have mine. And allegedly, the two suppliers that I bought from were both told by the MigSwitch team, make sure Gears and Tech gets one of the first units shipped to them. They've already bought it, but we want them to get it so that they can get word out to the YouTube community about this device so that we can help, legitimize it and put everyone's mind at ease. So the fact that I expect it sooner than later and it's still not here for me makes me nervous. I also have another retailer who I've not purchased from, but he has promised me a couple of these MigSwitches to offer as a giveaway to you guys. And he also has not shipped my MigSwitch unit yet. Now, I do expect that at some point, and that will be covered in a future video, especially when we do that giveaway. But for now, I don't have a MigSwitch, and it looks like nobody else really does either. So then you gotta wonder, well, what about all these guys that are reviewing them online? Well, it's really just a small handful of people, and these are the guys that had them back in January. These are the guys who they sent them to tell us, hey, it's okay, this is a real product, go ahead and give your money up. But nobody else has seen any of these things yet. And that makes you wonder, well, are they actually legit? Well, yes, they're legit. I have no doubt that they are actually legit. That's not a question in my mind at all. But this next thing is going to blow you away. You see, a lot of these MigSwitch retailers, I told you they were pop-ups. They were just guys who just, sent their money off to Russia. They hoped that they'd get a product, and they still believe they're getting a product. Well, most of them, not all of them, but some of them have built a store on services that are pre-existing, e-commerce services, Shopify, WooCommerce, or any other kind of e-commerce supply back end, Shopify, for example. Well, it turns out some of these stores are starting to disappear. And it seems as though Nintendo are issuing DMCA notices for copyright infringement of some sort on the MigSwitch itself and having these shops shut down. So we have a situation of real individuals who are trying to do the right thing, who have collected pre-orders from people, they've sent their money off to Russia, and they are waiting for the products to arrive, and in the meantime, their entire website gets shut down. Now, they are doing what they can to pop back up and to make good on those promises, but just know that some people may have thought Nintendo was going to sleep on this. They are definitely not sleeping on this. They are watching it very closely, and where possible, they are having some of these shops shut down. Now, that leads me to my personal best guess, and that is the MigSwitch team also don't have a lot of money. And potentially what they've done is they've gone and got distributors to send them a lot of money. By most people's estimation, they have somewhere around $500,000 US worth of money from retailers. They've now taken that and they say, proudly made in Russia. I don't believe that for a second. They've taken that $500,000 to manufacturing in China, and they have said, please make these for us. Here are the specs. They are waiting for that first run to actually come off the production line, and then they will package and ship. They're gonna package it in Russia. They'll get all the Mig switches, they'll put the stickers on, they'll put them in the cards, and they will ship them out from Russia. But they've got delays in manufacturing, and they don't even have them yet, and they are trying to save their good name, or their questionable name, whatever you might call it, to get these things out, but they are going way too slow. And that dumper tool, we're not gonna see that till summer at the soonest, because they need to get the Mig switches out so they can get more money coming in and get this production. What this means for you and me, we gotta just wait. We gotta wait. The Mig switch is coming eventually. The Switch 2 might be out by the time we actually get this thing, and the dumper is gonna be coming after that at some point. But the Chinese have the design specs now, and that means knockoffs are coming. So if you're still not sure, it's a good time to wait. A lot of these shops are gonna disappear before stock even arrives, and they've sold out anyway. So some are still collecting orders, but the orders are for a second wave, and the first wave hasn't even been received yet. So now is a great time to wait. The knockoffs will come, and all of it's gonna be shown on this channel when the legit part actually starts. I don't have a pre-sample to show you guys because I wasn't one of the ones lucky enough to get those. I'm waiting just like the rest of you. Hey, thanks for watching all the way to the end of this video. We hope you enjoy the content in this video, and we'd love to have you come back. Consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. And for those subscribers who are looking for that extra special thing that you can do to support this channel, consider joining our members group. That's where we're building this community, the Gears and Tech community, where we can all enjoy content together. You'll get special perks, which we'd love for you to check out by clicking the link down below. For those of you who are just happy to watch the video, that's okay too. You can check out some of our other content right over here, where we've got some previous videos that have already been uploaded and enjoyed by many of our viewers already. We do hope to see you again. This has been Gears and Tech. Have a great day.